a land isn't going to do it. Yes, a Dark Blast would be all kinds of sexy right now. But that's in the sideboard, and this is game one, so. And of course, I'm just going to draw another land, because that's what I needed. So I'm going to get Steel Overseered here. I guess I probably should have just actually main phase Think Twice before playing a land in case I drew a Dismember. Then I could Dismember the Steel Overseer when it comes down. But this is, yeah. He kept a very sketchy hand, I agree. His hand does not seem like it's doing much. It kind of makes me wonder if he kept a hand that was land, and a bunch of 2-drops and figured he was just going to play a little slower but just have all his haymakers. Which is fine, because that's something that I might be able to beat, but I have to stop drawing lands and start drawing kills. Yeah. Get me with your pest. Like, I would love to draw, like, a Dismember off the Think Twice, then a Bitter Blossom naturally. That would probably be the safest pulls for me here. Otherwise, this Steel Overseer is just going to take over the game. This Brain Click doesn't do it, or another land. Gee, thanks. So I'm gonna Think Twice main phase now, just for the same reason as last time. I need to kill this Overseer, otherwise I'm just dead. And I drew a way to kill the Overseer. So we're gonna lose 2 life and kill the Overseer. And we're not dead yet. We're still gonna take a good chunk of damage next turn, but yeah. This is a really hard matchup for me anyways. I've almost resigned myself to just being a... If I win these matchups, it's because they messed up really bad or I drew incredibly well. So it's just something I just like. Try and dodge Affinity. My game plans have been dodge Affinity, dodge Scape Shift. And when I do that, I tend to do alright. So now it's going to get to hit me probably with a bunch of mana lands or resolve a Cranial Plating and bash me for Infinity. Oh no, just another Steel Overseer. Because, you know, I need to answer another. Oh, cool. All the Steel Overseers. Well, now we know what hand he kept. He kept the triple Steel Overseer hand. I don't actually think I could beat that. Yeah, not if I just draw another land for value. Like, drawing another removal spell makes it so I don't die necessarily right away, but yeah, I'm basically dead here. Well, on the sideboard, I will be bringing in the negates, the Dark Blast. the Black Sun Zenith, the Engineered Explosives, and sometimes I bring in the Solar Temptations because they don't have a lot of ways to deal with it, and unless Ravager's on the board, I can just come in and steal whatever their biggest thing is. And I drew a Bitter Blossom. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there because... Sure. Yeah, I'll bring in the Spell Strike probably too. This is another match where I just take out all my discard because it's useless. I mean, generally Affinity is going to have an empty hand by turn 3. So I'm going to take a big chunk of damage here. He's going to activate all of his man lands, grow them twice. He's going to activate his... Oh, and now he's got a Ravager too. Because... This one, watch. Now the plating. No? Going to activate his man lands and grow everything? Yeah. I'm actually just going to make him kill me because he's got less time on the clock than I do, and maybe he'll show me if he is on the what's it called, the Insole Artifact. If he shows it to me, then I just know there's one more thing to play around. If he doesn't show it to me, then I'm not losing anything but time. Hurkyl's Recalls cost $60 a pop online. That's what happened to Hurkyl's Recall. Let's say, can he actually just kill me with the Ravager? Let's see, he'll sack. It'll go up to a 6/6. He'll sack the Blink Moth that's not attacking. It'll go up to a 7/7. That's still not enough to kill me, I don't think. Oh, he's gonna infect me out. Yeah, no. Never mind, I'm just dead. Right? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, I'm just dead. Okay. Yeah, I needed to not draw lands against that hand, that kind of a hand, and I might have been okay. So I'll bring in the Black Suns, we'll bring in the Spellskite, we'll bring in the Engineered Explosives, I'll bring in the other Tech Edge. Yeah, I'll bring in the other Tech Edge, and I don't like cutting Mutavault, but that's fine. Bring in the Sowers. Cut the Remans because they're horrible. I got 2 more slots. A lot of times I'll bring in the Dark Blast is one of them, and then I can either bring in the Negate. B, what should I bring in for the last spot here? I'm thinking the Negate. They don't get to 4 lands frequently, but it's nice to have an out to a Ravagered up manland if it does happen. I don't leave discard in against them because by turn 2 or 3 their entire hand is on the table 9 times out of 10. So top decking a discard spell mid to late game is basically just losing you the game. I'd rather have all my top decks be action. I'm gonna go with the Negate. It can help stop this an Insole. It can stop a Cranial Plating. Batterskull could have been a good one, but it's if I live to 5 lands. Okay, this hand is pretty good. I can kill things, I can steal things later, and I can counter things. This seems like a solid, keepable, maybe be able to beat Affinity hand. I can beat Etched Champion because I ran Mutavaults. Mutavaults beat Etched Champion. That's okay with me. Alright, now if he has any 1-drops next turn, Spellstutter can stop it. If he just goes for Nexus beatdown, so I'll just take care of it. Anytime I play against Affinity and he doesn't empty his hand on turn 1 or 2 is a happy time for me. And he's got a Ravager and I'm going to just kill it. Smother has a cute clause called It Can't Be Regenerated, so Welding Jar, pretty useless. And Ravager also makes these Sower of Temptations really bad. So I can't let a Ravager be on the table. Actually, to the point where if I drew a Mutavault, I would skip playing the turn 3 Dark Slick so I could counter another 2-drop if he has a second one. Seeing as how he has a very slow hand and I can only counter a 1-drop, I'm going to go ahead and play out the Bitter Blossom and not worry about countering a 1-drop this turn, because he'd have to top deck a 1-drop, I think, because he obviously didn't have one. And because his hand is so slow, I feel okay with dropping out the Bitter Blossom. Even though it's sometimes bad against the aggressive decks, but with a slow hand like this, this gives me at least a chance. Because, frankly, resolving a Bitter Blossom is still the best way this deck can win most matches. And now I feel even better about it, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to. Unfortunately, the 1 island in my hand means these Sowers are dead, but I can also counter basically anything his deck tries to do from here on out. Well, at least his next turn. And with an active Bitter Blossom, I could still win from here. Bitter Blossom is that strong. Oh wow, my hand just got insane. So, looks like I might be able to win an Affinity match here, guys. We'll at least go to a game 3. This here is going to buy me so much. I'm actually going to hit a token here, because I want Bitter Blossom just making me dudes. Because I'm not going to win by playing Control with a Blood Moon on the table. I'm going to win by just going on very aggro.deck. And we'll just hit him on his upkeep. I mean, the worst he can do is, what, play an Ornithopter and block for a turn? Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll hit my second island and be able to stop whatever his next thing is.